Always the same ritual. An origami in the hand, an orchid on the chest. The victims have always been dead for less than 6 hours when they were found, which means they remained alive for several days before being drowned. Over 3,500 people questioned. Over 100 suspects interrogated. Not a single lead to go on. The killer is white, aged between 30 and 45. He is intelligent, calm, and determined. An organized type. He has a car. He's probably employed, but his work allows him free time. There is always a railroad line adjacent to where the bodies are found. And all the victims disappeared in the fall. The killer has a large comfort zone. He gained confidence rapidly and moved away from his base. This won't make the geoprofiling any easier. Here we go again. I better go wash my face. I need to take some. I'm gonna faint if I resist. That's all right. I gotta have it. I gotta, just this once. I feel like crap. Don't break down. I can do without it. I can do without it!
Is everything all right, sir?
No one will see.
This is Lieutenant Blake, Mr. Marshall. Could you please tell him what happened?
It was this afternoon. I went to the park with my son, Sean. We played together for a while, and then he wanted to go on the carousel, so I put him on one of the wooden horses, and when I turned back, Sean had disappeared.
Exactly what time did you arrive at the park? Try to remember exactly, Mr. Mars. Every detail can be important.
It must have been about 4:45, I think. I'm not really sure.
What was your son wearing when he disappeared?
He was wearing a coat. A black coat. And a pair of pants. Beige pants.
How could Sean have disappeared without you even noticing? Weren't you right by the carousel?
I went for a short walk around the park, just for a few minutes. When I got back, the carousel had stopped, and Sean wasn't there.
You say you took your son to the park after school, but you didn't report him missing until 8:15. Why did it take you so long to contact the police?
I don't know. I panicked. I didn't know what to do.
Did Sean have any particular difficulties, Mr. Mars? Anything that might have caused him to run away?
No. No, I don't think so.
Everything okay at school? Any particular problems between you and your wife?
No, nothing in particular.
All right. That's all the questions I have for now. You're free to go, Mr. Mars. We'll continue to look for Sean overnight. We'll contact you if we have any more questions.
Do you think the origami killer...
Listen, your son's probably just run off and he'll turn up in a couple hours.
But what if it is the origami killer?
Well, then we have about 4 days to find him alive.
Did they find something?
No, nothing yet, but they're gonna keep looking through the night.
Do they think it's the origami killer?
It's still too early to say, but it is a possibility.
What happened, Ethan? How could you lose Sean like that? You should never have taken your eyes off him. I mean, for God's sake, how hard is it to keep your eye on a child in the park? Why did you leave him, Ethan? Why? Wasn't it enough losing Jason? I'm sorry. It's not what I meant to say. I miss him so much.
Good evening. Good evening to you, sir. Can I help you, sir?
Well, I hope so. My name's Scott Shelby. I'm a private detective. I'm investigating the case of the origami killer. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
My son is dead, Mr. Shelby. I have nothing more to say.
The killer has kidnapped another victim. A 10-year-old boy. Like your son, Risa. I have 4 days before we find his body on a deserted stretch of wasteland.
No one did anything to save my son. Now, would please to move along, sir.
I also lost someone I loved. I know what you're feeling.
Then you will understand that I do not wish to talk about it.
Oh, do you sell inhalers? I'm all out, and at least I won't go away completely empty-handed.
In the back of this store, to the right.
Thanks. Goddamn asthma. Can't breathe when it rains.
Good evening, sir. Are you looking for something in particular?
Give me what you got in the register. Don't fucking try anything. Open the register, you dumb fuck. Put the money on the counter. Shit, are you deaf or what?
My gun.
Are you gonna open that fucking register?
Left it in the car. Gotta think of something
You have
else.
the right to steal that money from me.
Better not
Very
move.
hard to earn it.
Kid might panic if I try anything.
What did you say?
He hasn't seen me
You're
yet.
out of your fucking mind, man.
Still got a chance.
I'm gonna put a fucking bullet right between your eyes if you don't do what I say.
A young guy, and he's armed, and he looks nervous. Things are gonna get out of hand if I don't do something.
To leave before it is too late.
What's his problem?
Goddamn idiot. Open the register.
Goddamn principles. Always said they're...
Hey, you! Come here! I said come here now! Don't move! Hands up! Put your fucking hands up or I'll shoot!
So what are you gonna do? Someone could walk in the store any minute and sound the alarm. Yeah.
Are you deaf? I said put your hands up! I'm warning you! I'll shoot!
Look, it's not worth it. Put the gun down and just walk away.
You giving me advice? I'll give you some fucking advice!
My name's Scott. What about you? What's your name?
Andrew. My name's Andrew.
Don't panic. Let's just stay calm. Nobody here wants to hurt you. We're all just gonna be cool, and everything will be all right.
Yeah. I'm cool, man. Everything's gonna be all fucking right.
You don't really want to shoot anybody, do you? I'm sure we can find a way out of this mess, right? Now, I want you to put the gun back in your pocket and quietly walk out of the store. My friend and I will forget about what just happened, and you'll have earned a second chance not to fuck up your life. What do you say?
Nice try. For a second there, you almost had me believing all your shit. And now, give me the money. I'm gonna...
Don't move, sir. I'll call for an ambulance.
No, I'll be all right. Bullet just grazed my shoulder. Goddamn punk kid. Doesn't even know how to use a gun.
Thank you for helping me. I don't know what would have happened without you. When my boy, Reza, disappeared, I received a letter with a locker ticket inside. Inside the locker, I found this box. I do not understand what it means, but I think it must be a sort of message from the man who took my son from me.
Can I?
Please, take the box if it can be of any use to you at all. It did not help me to save Reza, but maybe it will help you find the other little boy. Mr. Shelby. I was beginning to think that there was no good to be found in this place. I can see now that I was wrong.
I shouldn't take those damn pills again. A hot drink is what I need. Goddamn insomnia. I'm totally exhausted, but I just can't sleep. If I try to stay busy, it might actually help me get to sleep. 2:47 a.m. Always the same time. A hot shower. That'll create the magic of sleep. There's someone here. There's someone in the apartment. The phone on the desk. I could call for help. The front door. It's the only way out. If I can reach it, I still have a chance.
I'm the origami killer. I black out, and then the murdering starts. I know it's me. The origami figure in my hand after my blackout. It's the same one the killer leaves in the hands of his victims. I've never done origami in my life. Goddamn reporters! They've been camped outside my house all day. This doesn't make any sense. It couldn't have been me. I couldn't ever have done that. I couldn't have hurt him. I love him. I love him with all my heart, but what in God's name did I do when he was on the carousel? I'm exhausted. I didn't sleep a wink all night. There's no way back for me. If I've done anything to hurt Sean, I'd give anything to know where Sean is now. What did I do with Sean? I must have done something, but I just can't remember. That letter might be linked to Sean's disappearance. I need to show it to the police. When the parents came home from church, all their children were gone. They searched and called for them. They cried and begged, but it was all to no avail. The children have never been seen again. I have to get out of here and find out what this ticket is about.
Mr. Mars!
Mr. Mars,
Mr.
a few
Mars!
words.
Mr. Mars! Mr. Mars, can you confirm that your son has disappeared?
Do you think the origami killer
Mr. Mars.
kidnapped him?
Get another car.
Mr. Mars!
Did your son
I'm going to
disappear?
walk straight to that car without
Mr.
stopping on the
Are
way.
you worried your son might
Mr.
be
Mars!
dead?
Do you suspect anyone, Mr. Mars?
Do you know if the investigators have any leads?
You lost your son in the park. Mr. Mars, can you confirm that your son has disappeared?
your son is still alive?
Gonna have to make it through the crowd. I can't... The luggage lockers. They're on the other side of the station. I'm just not gonna make it. I'm tightening up. I can't go on. No time to waste. I need to find out what's in that locker. I can't make it. Too many people. Too many people.
Jason!
Dad!
Jason!
Jason! Jason, come back! Jason! Jason, Dad! Jason! The balloon! Gotta get the balloon!
Dad!
The balloon! Gotta get the balloon! The balloon! Gotta get the balloon! Jason!
Dad!
Jason!
Dad!
Jason! Made it. I made it. I managed to get through the goddamn crowd. Line 18, box number 3. A nightmare. The whole thing was just a fucking nightmare. Jason is dead. The lockers. Now I've got to find the right one. Line 18, box number 3. The box from the locker. What am I going to find inside? A shoebox. What's the connection with Sean's disappearance? Am I the one who put this box in the locker? I don't remember. I took a room in the first motel I saw. Gotta open it and find out what's inside. Sean.
Where are you? I'm so cold. Dad! Dad!
The killer is white, aged between 30 and 45. He doesn't act on impulse, but plans his crimes in a very meticulous fashion. He doesn't have anything personal against the victims. That's why he covers their faces with mud, to make them anonymous.
Why does he kill them if he doesn't have anything against them?
For him, they're more of an image, a symbol. That's probably why he gives them an origami figure and an orchid as gifts to apologize for what he's done to them.
Very interesting. And where does all that get us?
The best way of tracking a predator is to be familiar with his behavior.
That may be true in novels, but there's a child's life at stake here.
Continue, Jaden.
One detail attracted my attention. The interval between the time when a victim disappears and the time when the body is found ranges from 3 to 5 days. But the rainfall is always at 6 inches, give or take 10%.
What on earth does that mean?
All the victims were drowned in rainwater. The killer kills only in the fall when there is plenty of rain. It could be that he puts them in some sort of well or tank that is open to the skies and that fills up with rainwater. The more it rains, the less time the victim has to live. Then I studied the geographical distribution of the murders. Generally, a killer commits his first murder near to where he lives, so he has a safe place to flee to if any complications arise. The more confident he becomes, the further he roams from his base. By analyzing the locations where the victims disappeared, I was able to isolate a zone where the killer might live.
And what size is this, zone?
For the moment, about 10 square miles.
Oh, great. Must be 10,000 people live in that sort of area. You gonna question them one by one?
It may not give us the address of the killer, but at least it's something to go on. Blake, if you've got a better plan, I'm willing to listen. Don't be shy. I'm all ears.
So what's next?
There are 2 suspects whose psychological profile might fit and can be connected to the comfort zone. I'd like to question them.
God damn it. We're wasting our time with this bullshit. The killer's out there somewhere, and we gotta get off our asses and find him.
Blake, I've had just about enough of your shit. You've been chasing this guy for what, 2 years? And what are you caught, huh? Nothing! Abso-fucking-lutely nothing!
What, you think you can do a better fucking job than me with your psychology degree and your great glasses? Well, let me tell you something, pal. That don't mean zip when it comes to getting out there. You're just a fucking bureaucrat.
Your vast experience hasn't prevented 8 victims from being murdered.
Fucking asshole! That's enough! You said it took 6 inches of rainfall before the victim died. How much time do we have left?
If the weather forecasts are right, less than 72 hours. No answer. We'll waste our time coming here.
Maybe we should have a little look inside anyway.
There's nobody home.
There is now.
I'm not sure that's entirely legal.
Call the cops.
Looks like Nathaniel Williams is a pretty religious guy.
He's a God-fearing idiot, waiting for the end of the world. We questioned him a few months back. He was ranting and raving. Said he heard voices. This idea in his sick little head that I was the Antichrist. I'd come real twisted.
The walls are covered with writing. Quotations from the Bible.
Good timing, Nathaniel. Just the man we're looking for.
Angels and ministers of grace defend us.
I'm Agent Norman Jaden, FBI. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
As God is my witness, I haven't done anything. I'm innocent.
Relax. Nobody's accusing you of anything. We just want to talk. Nathaniel, do you remember where you were last Tuesday at 4:30 p.m.?
Here? I was here. I was praying. All day.
Was there anybody with you?
No. No, I was alone.
Why all the crucifixes? You afraid of something?
The hour is nigh, and the wrath of God shall strike men down. I'm preparing for the end of the world.
Where do you work, Nathaniel? You have a job?
My sole occupation is praying to the all-merciful Lord for the salvation of humanity.
What about the voices, Nathaniel? Do you still hear the voices? We know who talks to you, don't we, Nathaniel? Or we both know who talks to you.
Don't speak that name.
What does he say to you, Nathaniel?
Blake, what are you doing?
I can't talk about it. You mustn't talk about it.
He orders
I've got
you
to do
go find
something.
you Pray, doesn't he? He needs.
I gotta
more
stop Blake.
and
He's going
more.
too far. Maybe Blake knows what he's doing after all.
No!
Better just stand
You
down
mustn't
and leave
mention
Blake
him.
to
You'll
it.
bring him here.
What's Blake looking for? Why is he pushing him over the
Find
edge?
that kid in the park. The voice is tormented you.
I guess
all
Blake's trying to
night
break it, but
long.
what good is a
You wanted
confession
to
if he
stop,
does?
Didn't you, Nathaniel?
Shit! Blake is totally out of his mind. I can't just stand around and do nothing.
So you
What's he
obeyed them to
doing?
make them stop.
Why is he
That boy
provoking him
would
like
make
that?
you drown him. Isn't that right?
The guy is terrified of Blake. He really thinks he's the Antichrist or something.
Stop! You killed them, didn't you, Nathaniel? Are you gonna confess, you bastard?
You are the Antichrist.
Put down the gun,
I shall
Nathaniel.
dispatch you to your father in hell. He is the son of Satan. He was sent to earth to destroy us. For Christ's sake, shoot!
Calm down, Nathaniel. Nobody here wants to hurt you. Put the gun down. Keep calm. Everything is gonna be fine, Nathaniel.
Team, you shall regret confronting the emissary of the Lord. You shall know divine power.
I'm here to help you, Nathaniel. To get rid of the voices in your head, but you have to trust me.
Christ all powerful, defend us in our battle with the forces of evil. Protect us from the cunning and wiles of the demon. May God Almighty manifest the power of his empire, and may divine power cast Satan and all the other spirits that prowl the world in search of souls into the darkest depths of hell.
Concentrate on my voice, Nathaniel. Listen only to my voice. Back away, slowly. Now drop the gun. Drop it, Nathaniel. Put your hands on your head. Turn around.
Motherfucker! In the name of the Lord, I exorcise thee, Satan.
Okay, freak, the show's over. You're under arrest. Pretty damn cool under the circumstances. I would have just shot him.
A gun isn't the answer to every problem, Blake.
Maybe not, but most of the time it helps.
Susan Bowles, mother of the origami killer's latest victim. Maybe she knows something about the circumstances surrounding her son's death. Goddamn wound's still hurting me. Need to keep my nose clean for a while. Asthma free for the moment and loving it. Good old inhaler in my pocket, just in case. No answer. Baby screaming inside. Not a promising start. Baby screaming and no answers? Don't like the look of this. Mrs. Bowles? Anybody home? Oh, Jesus. Wait a minute. Hello, little cutie. Oh? You're looking for your mama. Come on, I have to search the house. Maybe it's not too late. Oh, hang on, baby. First, I gotta find Mama. This letter. Holy fuck. I hope she hasn't... Come on, I have to search the house. Maybe it's not too late. Mrs. Bowles? Mrs. Bowles, are you there? Oh, shit. Mrs. Bowles! Mrs. Bowles, can you hear me? Wake up! Wake up! I'm gonna call an ambulance.
No, I don't want to go to the hospital, please.
Okay. You got something around here I can dress this wound with?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, don't move. I'll be right back. Let's see. I need this, and this, and this. I'm here for you, Susan. I'll take care of you. Stay with me, Susan. Susan, do you hear me? Susan, stay with me. Can you hear me? Stay with... Oh, I need more. Still bleeding. Not perfect, but it'll do. There, I done what I can. That should stop the bleeding. Luckily, the wounds aren't too deep. Hey, how are you feeling? You okay?
My baby. My baby needs me.
Right. You stay there. I'll take care of the baby. Okay?
Do you know what to do? With a baby, I mean.
I'm a private eye. There's nothing I can't do. I was a private eye when I walked in here. Gotcha. Hi there, Emily. So, what seems to be the problem, huh? Oh! Going by the smell, I got a pretty good idea. Okay. How do you do this again? There you go, fresh new baby. That should feel better. Right, Emily? Hey, what's the matter? I thought we solved the problem. Of course. Now I know why you're crying, my little peachy poo. Mother Shelby to the rescue. Why is she crying? I'll ask Susan. She'll know what to do. Susan, I changed her diaper, but she's still crying.
She's hungry. There's a bottle in the kitchen.
Gotcha. Baby's bottle. Susan said it was in the kitchen. I guess I better warm this thing up. Oh, Emily, are you hungry? Huh? You hold on. I'll just tilt this bottle a little bit so you don't choke. Oh, good job, Emily. You're feeling good now, right? Now, I'm gonna rock you very gently so you can have a nice little snooze. Okay? All right. Oh, sorry, kid. You're not done rocking, right? Right. That's about the limit of my maternal powers. Poor kid.
Thanks for looking after my baby. I didn't want to leave her. I just couldn't cope anymore. Just not having Jeremy around. He was such a good boy. Can't understand why anyone would want to hurt him.
Do you take care of this baby on your own? Doesn't Jeremy's father live with you anymore?
He disappeared. The day after Jeremy. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he couldn't take it. Ever since I've had to look after Emily all on my own, and I couldn't do it anymore.
I understand. Did your husband say anything before he disappeared? Did he leave a note or something?
No. He left the house without a word, and there was just the cell phone.
A cell phone?
Yeah, I found his cell phone in his dresser. I'm sure it wasn't his. I'd never seen it before. I tried to turn it on, but it didn't work.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, it's in a drawer in the living room. You can have it if you'd like. I'm sure it's of more use to you than to me.
Do you have any family or anybody to help you?
Yeah. My mother. I didn't want to ask her for anything. We don't really get along. But I guess I'm out of options.
Well, look after yourself. And Emily.
I will. I promise.
In a drawer in the living room. That's what Susan said. Good luck, Emily. You take care of your mama.